Hey everybody, a question we get a whole lot is, how do I shop for a mortgage? And it's more complicated than you'd think. People want to focus on an interest rate or an APR. APR is not a good way to compare lenders, not anymore. It was originated more than 30 years ago by Ralph Nader, actually, and the goal was to give people one point to be able to shop for a mortgage, and they could just compare APRs and everything would be great. Then, it got put out there and they said, well, these are the fees that we're going to add into this annual percentage rate, and everybody changed the names of their fees so it wouldn't go into the APR calculation, and it's confusing at best. So the APR is not a great way to shop for lenders, and the interest rate isn't really either. So I'm going to try in the next 2 or 3 minutes to take you through the way to shop for lenders. The first thing is, I would start with recommendations. I don't know that I'd start with the internet or the big banks. Those places don't have great reputations. Check with your real estate agent and ask them who they like in their market, because having a really good real estate agent that knows the players in the market can really help. And also, just so you know, it's illegal for there to be any financial relationship between real estate agents and lenders. So the only thing that the real estate agent has in it is they want you to be sure that the process goes smooth and that you're happy. So anyway, once you've got 2 or 3 good lenders, 2 is usually plenty. If you want to do 3, that's fine. More than that, it's just a lot of work. Get those 2 or 3 lenders, have conversations, let them pre-approve you. They'll all need to pull credit and do that kind of thing. But once that's done, by the end of that conversation, who do you like best? Determine that. That's going to be important. Who do you feel like you have the best connection with? After that, and this is going to sound strange, you want to find out about what the market rate is for that day. As at the time I'm recording this video, I would say that the rate for the average person is probably going to be 6.375. So if you know that's about the average rate in the market for that day, and you can find that out fairly easy, that's going to be important. So what you want to do is you want to go to these 2 lenders, or maybe 3 lenders that you're talking to, and you want to say, I want you to send me a quote, and you need to send this email to them all on the same morning on the same day, because rates change every day. So if you're getting a quote from one lender on one day and one lender on another day, you're already comparing apples and oranges. You don't really know who's the best price. But what you do is you get them all on the same morning and say, I want you to quote, and you have to tell them every bit of information. So you want to say, I want you to quote a $400,000 purchase price with me putting 10% down. I want the property taxes are $2,400 a year. The homeowner's insurance is going to be $1,200 a year. And I want you to quote me a 6.375% rate. And that sounds strange. You want to, why are we telling them the rate? Don't I want the best rate? Well, the truth is, any lender can give you any rate you want. They're just going to charge you more in points and more in discount. So to put all the lenders on a level playing field so that you really know who's the least expensive, if you give them the rate, what's going to change between these lenders is the points or the credit that you're getting. And I know this is confusing. That's why a good lender can explain this to you. We routinely do this for our clients, where we will get a quote to them and let them get 2 other quotes, and then they can send all 3 to us and we'll help them compare. But anyway, once you've done that, those lenders will all send you quotes, and you'll get 3 different quotes, all the same interest rate, but at the 6.375 rate, there'll be different points or credits associated with that rate. Once you've got the quotes in hand, you've got another thing that can be a little tricky, is you need to look at the quotes and figure out which fees are lender fees. There's 3 buckets of fees in these quotes, maybe 4, depending on how you look at it. But there's fees from the lender, fees from the closing attorney or title company, and fees from the state, if there's state fees and state taxes in there. And the fourth thing is at your escrow account. What you want to try to do is segregate all the fees into one of those 4 buckets, and then you want to ignore everything that's not a lender fee. The attorney or the title company fees are going to be based on the attorney or title company you choose, not what a lender estimates. So those aren't relevant in comparing lenders. The fees from the state should all be the same for every lender. Sometimes they're not, and somebody made a mistake, but you don't want to compare lenders based on that, because it's going to be what it's going to be. And then the escrow account, we've done a whole video about that, but escrow accounts, the lender has no control over anyway. Again, that will be what it will be. So if you get rid of the fees that don't matter and you just add up the lender fees, and with that 6.375 rate, there's, like I said, there's either points where you're being charged some dollars to get that 6.375 rate, or maybe you're being given a credit back for that. You're going to add all that together, and you're going to get, for those 2 or 3 lenders, you're going to get 3 different totals, and you're going to be able to see that lender A is $1,406 higher than lender B, who's $206 less than lender C. So once you've done that and you could figure out, okay, this is the least expensive quote I've got, this is the least expensive lender, if that person is the person you got along and you like the best, you're done. You've got the best quote and you've got the best person and now go find a house and everything's great. If it's not, take that quote, send it to the lender that you like the best and say, can you match this? I'm getting this on the same day and the same thing for the same rate. And if they'll go in and agree to match it, now you've got the best rate with the person you want to work with and you can move forward. So hopefully that's helpful for you. And if you've got questions, we're always here to help. Thanks.